So as of right now, the BRZ is sold. We've put a lot of thought into it, a lot of pros and cons. With used car values just so high right now, it makes the most financial sense for me to go ahead and let the car go. I've invested so much money into this car, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to get it out. That's not really the purpose. The purpose is to move on and get into something else. I've had a few other projects for a while, but a long-term goal was an S14, and we recently got one. So it doesn't really make much sense for me to have two cars that are, my main projects. I don't need, I can't afford a second BRZ. I can't even really afford this one, to be honest with you. I've had the car for 7 years. So over time, you put money into it and try and get it a little further, and some things work out, some things don't. It's just how it goes. So I'm not really looking to make any money back. I've learned a lot on this car. I've learned how to tune on this car. I've learned how to install aftermarket turbos. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've learned from a lot of very smart and interesting people. But I just feel like I'm kind of repeating myself. I've already had a turbo FA20. I've already made a lot of power on it. I've already had a lot of fun with it. I just feel like I'm doing it again. And to be honest with you, the main reason I like working on cars is learning something new. And this car has gotten to the point where I'm not learning anything anymore. When I first got the car, it was a compromise. It wasn't really a first choice. I was kind of, lowering debt. Ironically, the money I did save was thrown into the car, having way too much fun. I don't regret any of it, but going back, I wouldn't have chosen the BRZ. So the car is sold. It's a local dealer that will be flipping the car. They're giving me a great deal for the car as it sits, considering we're in Texas. It has no AC. It just needs a little bit of work to be sold as a retail car, I would say. I have all the stock parts. It's just a matter of the time putting the parts on. So I've been debating between parting it out, returning it back to stock, and then this guy approaches me with an offer that I honestly couldn't really say no to. So I made a deal on the car minus my interior. So all I'm really doing is taking out our Recaros, our blue stitch interior, JPM Coachworks. That was the OG place to get all this stuff back when these cars were new. I actually got all this stuff for a really good deal from my buddy Adam. The hood came from him too. So I'm taking all this stuff out. I'm gonna put it in storage, maybe use it for another car. I'm not sure yet. I do want another BRZ or 86, whatever they're going to call them. I just don't want another turbo FA20. And the motors are just too expensive. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work on taking the interior out. Probably not gonna record any of it. I'm just gonna do updates as I go. And we'll see how it's looking with the interior all back to stock. So I got my blue stitch interior out, looking pretty good. The rest of my stock stuff is right here. I still need to clean it. Seats are out. Stock panels are back on. I just need to take out my radio bezel, cluster bezel, and throw the new seats in. I took out my Recaros and just picked up a couple stock seats. All the interior will be back to red stitch when I'm done. I'm just going to keep my blue stitch and throw it into storage until I have a reason to sell it or use it on another car. We're about halfway there. I need to pull the console, take my knee pads out, put the stock plastic ones in, throw it all back together, and we're basically done. Definitely starting to feel it, And it sucks to let something go that you've put so much time and money into. But I guess sometimes you just gotta move on. I'm okay, at least until it's on the trailer. It's the next day. We're taking the car up tomorrow to do the deal. Going back and forth, just clarifying details of the car. Part of the deal, I'll go ahead and switch the car back to 93. I am running the 85 without a flex fuel kit. I tried to get a flex fuel kit, but you know, long story short, it didn't work out. Maybe it's something I can go over another day. Maybe not. I don't know. So the car's been running on the 85. I know what the tune is doing. I know what to watch for, so it's not a big deal for me, but just somebody trying to buy the car and just enjoy it as is and not have to worry about watching everything. It's just easier to put it on 93. You don't have to worry about E85 differences at the pump and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and just run the car up and down the freeway. Just run the gas out the safe way. I don't feel like jumping the fuel pump. I don't want to open the tank and drain it and get the interior smelling like gas. So we're just gonna play it safe, run it up and down the freeway, back and forth until I'm right below the E line. Then I'll take one of our cans, go get some 93, top it off, and switch everything over. All right, about to get the car loaded up on the trailer. Got Bones over there cleaning the interior for me, giving it just one final detail before it goes. All right, it's the day of the deal. We got the car all loaded up. We're both still very emotional about it, but we're getting over it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a car. We can build another one. It's just that we'll never get this car back. So it's literal blood, sweat, and tears. So it's just pretty hard. We're not coming home with an empty trailer. I'll be picking up my buddy's FRS and helping him start on his LS swap. We don't have all the parts yet. Some things are in back order, like the subframe. I'll just be doing a few small things to prepare for the swap. So yeah, leaving with the blue BRZ, coming back with a silver FRS. I don't think I'm ever going to get away from these cars. I love working on them. They're easy to work on. Anybody could work on them. I mean, as far as a modern car, it's really not as complicated as things of today, but I wanted to make more videos of this car, but life happens and you just need to make good decisions. So we're going up to RPM Garage in Dallas, about an hour away. Got this thing extra strapped down for the crazy Dallas drivers. We don't want to take any chances at all. Even got the winch on it up front. We just got to finish up getting ready. Everything's already loaded up. We just got to get ready, and we'll be getting on the road. So another day here. BRZ's finally gone. It went a lot better than expected. You know, we're obviously still emotional about it, but it was the right decision to just just move on and cut our losses and do something new. Since I no longer have the BRZ around, we're staring at the wagon now. You know, I love working on 86s. I want to keep working on them even though I don't own one. I just love building them. They're just so fun to work on. So with that being said, I do have a few projects lined up. Some of my own, some for other people. One project in particular for someone else is already here. Yeah, that didn't take long, did it? So this car got here the same day we sold the BRZ. It's my buddy's car. He lives nearby where I sold the car. So we figured, why not after we drop off the BRZ, just run over and pick this thing up. If you recall earlier, I mentioned a little something about a LS swapped 86. Here it is. Minus the swap. But this is the car. I wanted to do an LS swap on my car, but when I wanted to do it, it was just a little too expensive. Plus, I wanted to keep the car streetable. This thing is going to be fully blown race car. Not going to have to worry about ABS, AC. We might do AC eventually, but you know, the goal for now is to get the motor in and get it running, and we'll go from there. It is going to be a I won't ruin the surprise. It's already a cool enough thing that we'll be building an LS swap from a shell, basically from nothing. So we'll save more of the specifics for later, but you know, for now, here's what it looks like. I'm just kind of going through it, seeing what I'm working with. I need to clean this thing up. Here's a kicker. Most people do a 6-speed LS. This car, if you didn't notice yet, is an automatic. I forgot the exact transmission, but it is a manually shifted automatic from Summit. But at the end of the day, the car is going to be an automatic. It's going to be very interesting because you really do not have a lot of tunnel room. I mean, you really do not have a lot of tunnel room. Those brackets, spot welded brackets, need to come out and you get a little more, but yeah, there's definitely going to be some fitting involved to fit a a V8 automatic into this little car. But there you have it, you know, BRZ's gone. I'm moving on to some other projects that I'll be talking about in other videos. But for now, my main thing I'll be working on is this car. Just getting it ready for the swap. I don't have any of the parts yet. The motor is being built, transmission's already here and ready to go. Still waiting on a few parts. You know, everything is on back order with COVID and the world, how the world is going lately, but we'll get there. I still am a little sad. I mean, my channel is named after the BRZ, so I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. For now, I'm just going to keep posting videos of whatever I'm working on, and we'll just see where this YouTube thing goes. But that's about it for this video. I'll stop talking your ears off. Be sure to leave a thumbs up if you're gonna miss the BRZ as much as we are. And if you wanna see us finish this LS swap, be sure to hit subscribe. See you in the next video.